Yeah, that's us. We've been trying. We've been trying for 15 minutes to make this angle work. You know, Dan's not really happy about it, but it's all good. We'll put that on the making of, eh?
Oh, it's a recording.
Yeah.
Wow. Thanks. Like I wasn't saying anything dodgy.
Alright, here we are. Oh yeah, like the times before. You're saying a lot of dodgy stuff.
Never.
Yeah. Now it's your chance,
I'm
bro.
a man of the cloth.
Now it's your chance to make it public.
I'm a man of the cloth, mate.
Alright, if you're watching, this is Pedro and Dan. Thought I would get the opportunity to, since we're spending some time here, we're actually stuck. That's what's happening. Dan is in Brazil for the sixth time that you've come?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. So
Maybe 6 or 7 times, I'm not sure.
Dan comes over to Brazil. Dan is one of our pastors at Gold Coast Chapel. Travels the world. Daniel Paikea is his name. I'll let him talk about himself a little bit to you guys.
I don't like talking about myself.
Oh, bro, you gotta do it.
You can ask the
You
questions.
gotta do it. Yeah, he's super humble, but you gotta do it. Just give people a little bit of a background. Who you are. Okay, I'll make it easy for you.
Yeah.
Who you are, where you come from, what you do.
Live in Australia, the Gold Coast. It's amazing.
Boom, paradise.
And part of a great church there, helping build our local church there. And then I am married, have 3 amazing children.
Yeah,
Amazing children. Been married to one wife.
praise the Lord.
And so it's been almost 20 years of marriage, and then I get to preach the gospel
Yeah.
in various parts of the world.
Where have you
It's
been
amazing.
around the world?
So I've been to Asia, New Zealand, Australia, South America, Africa, South Africa, USA. I think that's it.
Wow.
Yeah.
How long? How long have you been doing this for?
Like 20 years in ministry, but probably the last 10, 15 years the traveling side.
Wow, 15 years traveling.
Yeah.
And is it always hectic like this? Like, there might be some people watching that they want to do the same thing. Is it always hectic like this? Because you out of Australia for what, 2 weeks, a month at least, most of the time?
Potentially, yeah. Yeah.
Is it hectic?
It's hectic. It's a call. Can you use that word here?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a call. Yeah, no, it's a privilege. It's amazing, and it is hectic. But I do think traveling the world may sound amazing, but probably more important that I am a good husband, hopefully, and a good father. And hopefully, I love people.
Talking about being a good husband, how do you balance this whole thing? Because
Fundamentally, because my wife and I have always had the same purpose, same vision. So we're on the same page, and our kids have been born into it, and so that's what they know. But it always helps when you have the same goal, same vision. So my darling wife is a part of it as much as I am, but I do have to keep an eye on my time, because if I'm away too much, and my kids can feel it, and the last thing you want to do is lose your family.
Yeah, so on a practical,
for the sake of ministry.
On the practical side of it, I know the story, but they don't know the story. What happens when you get home? Like, what are your chores? What do you do at home? Because they think, you're traveling, you're a superstar, you're famous, everybody. So what are your chores and what do you do?
A couple of
the
things.
Real Dan, come on.
Definitely not a superstar, definitely not famous. But yeah, when I get home, I've got generally I'll clean the house, vacuum, clean the toilets, do the dishes, hang the washing out, because my wife's been at home, she's working as well, and
take the kids to school,
drop the kids off, pick them up, so do all those practical things, and then I do a lot of stuff for our church, just catching up with people. And
favorite time for your catch-ups?
Favorite time?
Yeah.
5 a.m. in the morning.
Boom, 5 a.m. in the morning. Did you guys get that? 5 o'clock in the morning.
I have 5 a.m. meetings, which are gold.
Our coffee shops are not even open at 5 o'clock in the morning.
No, it's because they're open at like midnight.
Yeah, we're open up until midnight. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So is that your favorite way of catching up with people, over coffee? Is that more intimate, or how do you guys do it in Australia? How do you catch up with people? How do you pastor people?
A lot of times in coffee shops, people come to my home a lot. So they'll come around, have dinner, and then lots of coffees.
Yeah.
A lot of dairy.
So if you're inviting Dan to your church, you gotta understand that the mochas is half a shot double chocolate.
Yeah.
right? Heifer shot. It's the only thing that he requests. It's the only thing.
That's it.
Talk to them about what you've seen, like the weird things that you've seen in Brazil first, because there's a lot of good things. Okay, not just crack jokes, but the weird things about Brazil that you've seen.
Brazil's awesome. I love this country. I love Latin America. I wouldn't come here a couple of times a year if I didn't.
Yeah.
I love the people. Amazing. But Brazil does have some strange preacher dudes.
Things that we don't see outside of Brazil, eh?
No.
At least not all the time like we see
you
here.
know, what do you, televangelists?
Yeah, televangelists.
Oh, mate. Not selling water bottles and pillows. And,
Come on.
You know.
We just bought this one. We just walked into church. We bought this one.
If you buy that,
for our prosperity and health,
you will be blessed.
Actually, not. We're lying. We're lying on our podcast and vlogs.
So that's
just real then for you.
That stuff's weird, funny.
Yeah, but what about the good things? Like, you've been in Brazil, what, 5 or 6 times already?
Yeah, at least.
South America a lot.
Yeah.
You know, your friends. We don't need to mention names, but you know, you've been here around like a lot of times. What do you like the most about Brazil and Brazilian people and Brazilian church?
I love Brazilians' passion. I love their hunger. Just for me personally, I think they're friendly.
Do you think Brazilian people are friendly?
100%.
Nah, you're kidding.
That's because I'm gringo.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Now then, a lot of people might think that, you know, with your ministry and your itinerary and traveling and all of that, unfortunately some people have a preconceived idea in their minds about, you know, what the church looks like and what the church should be. And obviously you've been in the big churches. We're going to one this weekend. But tell them about the experience you had in the Philippines with the house churches, and you know, what did that mean to you? And damn it, this phone doesn't stop, man. Wow. Hillsong boys, shut up. All right, so tell them about the Philippines. What happened, and you know, what was the most significant part of the trip for you?
So the church is very diverse. I think as long as Jesus is preached, the Bible is taught, people are taught to follow Jesus. How it happens method is irrelevant.
Yeah.
So in the Philippines, they meet in little houses. Amazing. Like, there's one ministry I was with has about 80 churches.
80 churches
in various parts around the city, and they see miracles and healings. But there could be 10 people in a little house church. And just to see them gather together around Jesus and around the Word's phenomenal. It's very low cost.
You know, we might look at a church of 10 people and say, "Oh, that's not really a church. This is a small group."
Yeah.
But do they take it seriously? What did you see that you don't see on the Western countries?
You just because look, they're very poor. It's a very, very poor part of where I was. So, you know, you could have 5, 6 people living in one little tiny room. So for them, it's amazing, because if you had lights, smoke machines, not that we're against that, love that stuff. Big screens, they wouldn't walk in, it'd freak them out. So the church, and they're never going to walk into a church either because of their poverty. So the church goes to them. Yeah. And it's phenomenal. Awesome. Yeah.
And it's growing, eh?
Oh, it's crazy. Crazy.
There were like 80 leaders or something that you...
There's about, over 2 days, spoke to 120 leaders each day.
Wow. That's a lot of people. You think about that, 120 people leading churches in the Philippines.
It's amazing.
Low cost operation.
Yeah.
Now, before we finish, we're about to finish lightning speed round. Favorite worship song? It's supposed to be lightning, bro.
I know, so bad. I can't remember the name of it.
Oh, that's not your favorite then?
No, it's 100% my favorite. Wow.
Favorite preacher?
No, I just got in from Australia, so travel fatigue.
Jet lag, yeah.
Favorite preacher?
Favorite preacher?
Brian Houston.
Brian Houston. Last song you listened to on Spotify?
Glimmer and Dust worship song.
What was that?
Glimmer and Dust.
Never heard that song.
Hillsong United.
Is that new?
No.
No?
Oh, it's amazing.
Okay. Last song you listened to on Spotify?
NF.
NF. Oh yeah.
He's a rapper.
Yeah, I know him. He's really good.
He's awesome.
He's really good. Last country you've been?
I was in the Philippines before him.
Last message you preached? Thanks, bro.
I can't remember.
You can't remember?
I preach a lot, man.
Jeez.
I can't remember.
Jeez. Next message you're gonna preach?
Don't know.
Don't know. Okay, this is how it works when you call into your church. Okay, you don't know the message you preached before. You won't know the message you preached.
That's why
but you will be good.
That's why you don't want to invite
the
me.
grace of God is in this guy's life, and it's going to be good. Now I was supposed to ask. Oh yeah, last question. This is a really deep question. If you could go back in time, how old are you now?
41.
41. You started ministry when you were like 20.
22.
Okay, so if you could go back when you were 22 years old, one piece of advice you would have given yourself, with everything that you learn, everything you know so far, what would you tell your 22-year-old version of Dan?
I would 100% tell my 22-year-old self, stay humble.
Stay humble.
Don't take offense. Because it's God gives grace to the humble.
God gives
And
grace to the humble.
don't take offense.
Don't take it. This is Daniel Paikea for you right there straight from the Gold Coast. Now in the land of the dreams. Brazil. Thanks for watching. We will come back with the next interview at some point whenever we have time.
Valeu.
Praise God. Yeah,
Valeu.
do it in Portuguese. Come on.
Valeu. Tchau.
All of the words you know in Portuguese. All of them. Boom. Just it.
Direita, esquerda. E aí, galera, como é que dá? Tudo bem? De nada. Bom dia. Boa noite. Muito bom.
Wow. Muito bom. Muito bom.
Boa tarde.
Let's go churrasco.
Churrasco. Glória a Deus.
Glória a Deus. All right. God bless. See you later.